Going somewhere?
You have invitation. Family reunion tonight. Invitation only. You leave now, or something bad will happen to you.
Yeah, what is it? Giovanni, oh yeah, here's the place. I haven't met you before. You, family, member of the family? Is that right? Hell of a family to be born into, or married into, or both. You have an invitation with you? Hey, don't worry about it. I'm sure they'll let you in. Just tell them you lost it. I lose things all the time. Did I just say I have an invitation? I thought I did. Yeah, I have an invitation.
Yes, what is it? She'll be fine after I get a pot of coffee in her. Well, she did pretty much cause the last function to come to a screeching halt. That woman has the self-control of a pubescent chimpanzee. Come on, Maria, we're going home.
You leave property or I hurt you very much. Please have a wonderful time.
Might as well be a costume party. Everyone's smiling, pretending this isn't a pageant put on by the patriarch of this family. Fine. But this is a contest, and I came to win. Mira Giovanni. They gather us up here to decide just who's the best and brightest of this generation is. The lucky few are given the real power in this family. But some of us need to win more than others. Oh, forget it. You wouldn't understand. Actually, I'll spare no expense for a lock. I want to be in that circle of power, and I won't let blood get in the way. And of course, when your time comes, I'll pay back the favor.
So this quest I've only actually won a couple of times, and I think you need like an 8 or a 9 persuasion to actually get any information out of her family members. I'm gonna try and do it, but I don't think I have enough right now.
Hey there, Adam Dunser. I don't think we've met. You are? Maria, pleasure to meet you. What line of work are you in? Myself, I'm an investment banker. Great business, lot of potential. For example, I got the inside track on this company right now. And let me tell you, when this company goes public, everyone's going to wish they had a piece of it. Well, I know somebody at the company, and that's what they call insider trading. I could lose my job for that. Well, it's a biotech firm. You know, they're working on growing replacement organs. Really fascinating technology. In a couple of years, I'd bet everyone will be going to them for parts. I figure an investment of $50,000 could be easily tripled in 5 years. You take risks in this game. Sometimes you make $1 million, sometimes you lose $1 million. The economy changes. It's had problems lately, but it's bound to rocket back any week now. Most people here, they've got cash they don't know what to do with. And if one of us falls on hard times, don't you think as family, they're obligated to help him out? Besides, I get the kiss tonight. Everyone will be investing with me. In fact, if I could ensure my place at the grown-ups table by, say, drawing some attention away from my financial shortcomings, I'd be guaranteed the kiss. Know any dirt about the others I could use? I can't pay you, but I got this watch and this ring.
Okay, so I could get some information from him. Let's see if we can get info from the other guy.
What? Oh, sure. Family events. How many more of these do we have to attend before we're taken seriously? I mean, honestly. They're pitting us against our own flesh and blood for the privilege of joining the power clique. All you hear is, what have you done? How much did you make? Who do you know? You can't tell anyone anything, because they might use it against you. The heart says no, but the businessman in me tells me to smear them into the ground. I guess I would. And I know they'd probably do the same. Yeah, I guess I would.
So you can help any of these people with the quest, but the time that I was able to actually complete it, I ended up helping Mira.
Oh, hello again. Yes? Adam broke. A few years ago, they did an article on him in the business section. Money's practically more important than God to this family. I'll make sure Uncle Bruno somehow overhears this. Take this. It's more than Adam's worth.
So I'm gonna try getting info from that other guy one last time.
Yeah, I guess I would.
So I don't think I have enough persuasion to get any info out of him.
Oh, hello again. Yes?
Yeah, so I don't usually like abandoning quests, but I think I'm just gonna move on, because I don't want to spend the XP.
So how is Bruno doing?
Hi, I don't think we've met before. Nadia Milliner. It's a pleasure to meet you, Maria. Are you from the Chicago Rosalinis? Oh, you must give my regards to Great Aunt Frances when you get back. I stayed with her last time I was out that way. She was very sweet to me. I'm working on my master's out here. I'm from back east. The Giovannis have been nice enough to let me stay here while I finish up my studies. I've learned a great deal from them, like I really can't say much about that. Oh, forget about it, really. It's nothing. I just remembered something I have to do. Excuse me. Just leave me alone.
Well, I think I kind of messed that one up too. Alright, well, moving on since I already know where to go. So there's two ways that you can go into the next part of the mansion. You can either go down the, I don't even know what this is, a table, or you can pick the door. Where you would have come down if you had chosen the little table elevator thing. So as you can see, the grates are open there, So if you want to avoid falling down into the pit, just go right down the middle of the grates. Now if you do fall in, you can just come out through this door here. Alright, so I know one of these doors opens. It's just a question of which one. And I think the first couple times I played this game, I legit ran in circles because I could not figure out which door I was supposed to go through. I got so lost. And then when I did find the actual door to go in, I completely did not see the door to continue on. Yeah, so the door is right here to keep going further into the Stronghold. So these guys are pretty tough to fight. My strategy is normally just to stay in this hallway here and try to hit them one at a time.
Kindred! Your presence here violates the agreement between our leaders. Leave now, or face the consequences of your actions. There is an alliance between your leader LaCroix and Mistress Ming Zhao. You violate the agreement. If you do not leave, we are not responsible for your death. We'll give you one more chance to leave this place and keep your life. You will go? The time for decisions has passed. We Chang brothers accept your life graciously.
Just gonna save real quick so I don't have to go through that conversation again if I die. just gonna try and lure them out so we can go back into that hallway area. Oh, yikes. See, if they hit you, can be pretty bad. Well, let's try that again. Okay, I'm gonna try and lure the last one out. Well, I might as well just jump down and see if he'll come out.
Outstanding. There was some doubt by members of my court as to your ability, but I placed my faith wisely. Finally, the Ankaran sarcophagus is ours. Come, I've granted Beckett's request to study and document all the markings of the sarcophagus. You've met Beckett, haven't you? Let's go take a look inside and see what the commotion around the city has really been all about. What? Preposterous. No kindred would trust them, nor would they trust us. Did Jack tell you that? Because it sounds like you've been taken for a fool. And you believed them. They've been trying to take over LA for years. It's a ruse, a falsehood, spread to undermine my rule and turn kindred against each other, thin our ranks. They are duplicitous, evil creatures. Did they not try to kill you? Insurance. They lied to you in case you lived through the encounter. They hoped to create dissension in the ranks, rumors. It's a trick older than you or I. I'll indulge your baseless paranoia no further. Let's open the sarcophagus. What have you assessed so far?
Unfortunately for the Heralds of Doom, it appears we won't be opening Pandora's box. The markings, as far as I can tell, are of Assyrian origin. An extraordinary piece, but nothing earth-shattering.
I see. Then there is no good reason why we shouldn't open it. Won't budge. Beckett, do you see any mechanism for the lid?
I haven't as yet had a chance to pore over it with my fine-tooth comb. I think I have one in my bag.
Why won't it open, Beckett? And you, I thought you said it looked as if it had been opened on the Dane. I want it open! You and Beckett, figure out a way to open it. I need to know what's inside. I have other matters to attend to. Come get me when a solution has been found.
Ah, the depths to which I'll sink to prove others wrong. The young ones get so temperamental. Fortunately for Sebastian, is it? I'd already made up my mind to open the sarcophagus, if only to show the city that Gehenna, contrary to popular belief, has not begun. Being that this is the first of its kind that I've ever seen, your guess is as good as mine. In the last few seconds, I've had very few epiphanies. I may be old, but I didn't build it. How knowledgeable are you on ancient Assyrian funerary constructs?
Fortunately for us, I know of someone who has distinguished himself in this field. His name is Dr. Anders Johansen, a professor of archaeology from Norway. He was the one responsible for finding the sarcophagus, and as far as I know, the only authority on its origin and design. Until yesterday, he could have been found in his suite at the Empire Hotel downtown. But when I stopped by earlier this evening, all I found was spilt coffee on a morning paper. Appears he's been abducted. I detected the scent of myrrh incense, which is usually burned in monasteries. Also, I found beach sand in part of a muddy footprint. Putting two and two together, I located a monastery near a beach in Malibu, where I believe hunters are holding Johansen captive. The hunters abducted Dr. Johansen for his own protection, or at least that's how they've justified it. He's being held by the Society of Leopold and used, quite ingeniously, as bait for Prince LaCroix's minions. Sebastian mentioned you ran into one of the hunters from the Society of Leopold some time ago. They're so secret a church organization, I don't even think they know if they exist. But essentially, they're murderers for Christ, or some such deity. You'll have to go to the monastery and find a way into the tunnels beneath, where the hunters are holding Johansen. I'm afraid I can't accompany you, but then it's best you go alone. Too many of us might set them off, like fundamentalists on contrary opinion. It's not that I don't love walking into the heart of danger to curry favor with the local magistrate of the hour. But actually, that's exactly it. I'd rather not get involved in the politics of it. Besides, I'd better document the sarcophagus before Sebastian's goon smashes it open. I wouldn't recommend walking. Certainly, Sebastian's already provided cab fare. I'm sure he always spares no expense when archaeology is at stake. Excellent. The Society, for the most part, knows very little about us, but they do know how to kill and torture us, and that's enough. Also, some of them exhibit powers that can make them quite formidable. Best not to announce yourself. How any sane kindred could think these poor unfortunates are an immediate threat to us is absurd. Most were afraid, or at the very least uneasy, around me. Tragic. Their desperation could very well hold the spark of revolution, however. Well, if we open it up and the world ends, then yes. If we open it up and the world does not end, then no. I'd wager the latter. I've said quite a lot about myself already. I know even less about you than you do me. Why don't you tell me about yourself? Then I'll let you in on a little secret. Beckett may not be the name I was born with. Events always seem to unfold wherever I go, like Chicago a few years ago. Oh, it's a bother to explain. Either I'm pursuing fate, or it's got a bone to pick with me. Unless you've got further questions, I'd really like to get back to looking at the sarcophagus. Excellent. Remember, Dr. Johansson is an innocent. He has no idea we actually exist. Try not to put the idea in his head.
Did you find a way to open the sarcophagus? I understand. I'm sure you'll find this suitable recompense.
Where to?
It's the hops, bro.
Call it in.
Master?
You might like this. Now this is not your everyday ordinary pop gun. Only a few people ever get their hands on one of these. Take a look.
Ah, yes, he's got a flamethrower. I always get the flamethrower. This baby will come in handy later. I'm gonna quickly pop down to the sewers to fill up my blood bar before we go on to the next quest. And of course, my lack of sense of direction in the sewers has brought us up in a different spot in Santa Monica, but that's okay.
Need a ride?
Okay, so I try to stealth kill as many of these guys as possible as soon as I figure out where I am. I just find it a little bit easier than going in guns blazing.
Greetings, Commander. Greetings, soldier. Anything to report? The Gladius Day has told us to keep a sharp eye. He thinks we may have some visitors this evening. Of course, sir. My duty, as always, is to protect the Brotherhood. All seems quiet for now. Good, good. Did he mention, what kind of visitors, sir? The only kind that matters, soldier. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Carry on.
Something tells me I might get discovered soon.
Who's there? 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 Stop it!
Oh, yep. This is where the fun begins. Alright, now you can see how awesome I am at using a gun in this game. Oh hey, I actually got someone. That's not bad. Man, I am just getting wailed on. Okay, I think that might be everybody. Now you can get into this building on either side. I'm just gonna go in through this door here. Inside we've got these laser traps, which you can either turn off, which I normally do, or you can change the heat signature from vampire to human. This time around, I think I'm going to change the heat signature and see if we can take some people out. Alright, let's see if we can lure some people in.
Huh? Stop right there!
Well, that did not work out the way I wanted it to. I'm just gonna heal up a bit before I go back inside.
One of us should take some food down to the prisoner.
Johansson? He is no better than they. If not for his meddlesome diggings, the artifact would never have come here.
Yes, it is complicated matters. An interesting turn of events. Do you think it holds something?
I care not. If it does, then with God's help, we will send it screaming back to hell.
Brother Krieger says it may be him, the son of Adam, the brother killer.
If this be the end of days, then may the Lord give us strength to see them through.
So, shall we take some food down to Johansson?
Here, take mine. I am no longer hungry.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Drop! Freeze! Oh! Oh! Right there! Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Drop it! Stop it there!
Okay, so we want to go to the right to get to Johansson, but I'm going to keep going to the left so I can get to Ash first.
Shh. Did you hear something? Perhaps. Shall we go and investigate it? No, if someone is out there, let them come to us. There's only one way in here. You're mistaken. There's another way. We must be cautious. Yes, I suppose. But I don't know the man who can hold his breath for that long. It is not men we need to worry about. Ah, yes, I see your point. We shall be cautious indeed.
Fire. Oh, fire. It ruined my face. The fire. I I can still feel it in my wounds. They'll kill me. They'll come back with their brands and it will burn. I wouldn't talk, so they burned me. Again and again and again. Their eyes, they enjoyed it. Before they come back, I'm begging you, let me out. I once drank from the most desirable women in the world. Right now, this bag looks better than any of them.
Alright, so for those of us who do not have a 10 in lockpicking, there is a key to open Ash's cage, and that's back towards the tunnel where we go find Dr. Johansson.
Are the stories true? About him, I mean. Brother Leopold? Yes. What stories have you heard, young brother? There are many.
Well, I honestly do not enjoy doing this part, because if they all see you at once, it can end really badly. And really quickly.
Some say he saw his own mother eaten alive by a coven of witches, and others that he once killed an elder vampire with his bare hands. There are even whispers that he is the resurrected Saint Leopold, come to lead his armies into the final battle against the Allies.
right there!
Man, there are people hiding all over the place. Okay, I think we're finally clear of all the guards. Now we'll go down the hall here and grab the key to Ash's cage. And if you need any ammo, there's stuff in there. So the guys guarding Ash's cell, we're talking about another way in, and I will show you that way right now. It's a little difficult to see, but in the lake here, or pond, or whatever you want to call it, there is a tunnel.
Thanks. You'll never see me again. I'm gonna go somewhere no one will ever see this face again.
Alright, well, I was gonna go through the tunnel again to get back, but obviously I'm having some difficulty, so I'm just gonna run back the way that I originally came through.
I knew Johansen would lure the servants of Satan, but I set this trap for the Archfiend himself. Where is Lacroix? Perhaps when Lacroix runs out of minions, he will show me his face, and God will guide my shots through it. Before I send you to eternal damnation, any last words?
Spear!
I told you everything. There's no reason for you to keep me here. Let me go! I am an archaeologist. You can't hold me here like this. I am a hostage. I do not need protection. Bring me back to my hotel at once. Yeah, okay. Anything, just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I think I'm starting to get pneumonia. The sarcophagus? You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus? Yeah, I'll tell you. But don't you think it would be better to get out of here before those men come back? I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you help me escape. All right. Where should I begin? Let's start with the history of the Ankharan sarcophagus. That is a long and interesting legend, lost and found throughout the ages. Tell me, are you familiar with the Assyrians? Well, the Assyrians lived in Mesopotamia, a region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Most of this territory is now modern-day Iraq, Iran, Turkey, and Syria. They were warmongers, conquerors, a people driven to expand by their kings. Even before the Romans, they migrated their conquered people to the territories to stem revolt, but I'm afraid I'm getting off the subject. Well, the markings on the sarcophagus seem to hint that it is from sometime between 1050 and 800 BC, which was a period of fierce expansion by the Assyrians. Oddly, for those years, only one king shows up on the historical record. While most likely he wiped all evidence of his predecessor's existence or passed the name to his heirs, one monarch, Mesarach, the one-eyed king, is given credit for the territory and achievements of this time. But he would have had to have been over 250 years old, like Dracula or something. I find it hard to believe a sarcophagus with a person as important as Masquerade could remain in, pristine or intact condition for so many years, but this is who is believed to be contained within. An educated guess? Maybe you have not heard. It was stolen from the museum before we had a chance to open it. Usually we use equipment to carbon date, X-ray, and take air samples before we pry open the lid. You know, it is interesting that you ask me that. The goddess on the outside of the sarcophagus was Lamastu. In Assyrian myth, Lamastu was an evil demoness who preyed on humans. Many people cite her as the mother of vampire myth, and the engravings on and found around the sarcophagus portray a regal figure drinking the blood of his enemies. Now, this image is found in many cultures, specifically among those of royal lineage, but there is a quite scientific explanation. A disorder known as porphyria. In short, it is caused by a deficiency of the iron in the blood, and in many cultures, for the nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood. Perhaps drinking the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It can inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist. That is, you see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for a dig site, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's a complicated process, very boring. Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it. That I can't be sure of, nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with, gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe a mummy, but not likely the kind to go about chasing Abbott and Costello. Not much, really. I'm an archaeologist, not a mythologist. But I do know that Lamastu, the Assyrian demoness, was thought to have been the inspiration for Lilith, the first wife of Adam in the Jewish Old Testament, another source of the vampire myth. Ah, quite interesting. There is a surprisingly complex mechanical lock on the face of the sarcophagus. By sheer luck, we were able to find the key not far from the sarcophagus. Why no one ever found it and robbed it? It's perplexing. How strange, you would ask. I haven't seen the key since it was loaded onto the Elizabeth Dane in Turkey. It was stolen before the sarcophagus even. I am still hopeful that the police find both pieces before the contents can be disturbed. No, it's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated, and I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me out of here? I don't care who you are or why you've had so many questions about the sarcophagus. I just want to leave this place. Thank you, my friend. I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
Time of judgment is here.
You have no...
Alright, so before I go in, I'm going to do my usual rounds and then fill up my blood bar.
date?
What's wrong?
Hop in. Lovely evening.
I had a dream this afternoon. You were in it. You were stroking my hair, telling me you loved me. And then, in the next instant, you were gone. And I was alone, and I cried out for you, but you wouldn't answer. You're here now. I have never felt more relieved. You're so kind to me. I got something for you. Here, it should fit you. I hope you like it. I thought it looked like something you'd wear. Think of me when you wear it. You need my blood? Of course.
going somewhere?
Yes. The Voce del Morte. The Giovanni never willingly share their secrets, and I've had little success infiltrating their strongholds. How did you obtain this? It will take some time to translate and unlock the secrets of this. I will have to move on from the city to evade any Giovanni seeking it. Take this. This will complete the terms we agreed to, and I think it is adequate compensation. It is the key of Alamut. It instills dread in those that would harm you, and makes it harder for them to strike you. Make no mistake, our dealings do not make us allies. If indeed we meet again, do not ask me for any favors. I will give you this final advice, however. Leave this city. These are its final nights. Discord looms heavy. I've felt this before. In November of 1938, I was translating documents in Leipzig, Germany, written by a purported Crusades-era necromancer. There also I felt a sense of impending chaos. Soon after was the Kristallnacht, the wellspring of a new world war.
Alright, we're going to stop the video here. The next one will deal with the Sabbat and Griffith Park, and then after that will be the endings. Thank you for watching.